फॉर्म बोल देंगे हम।
Good afternoon, all. Am I audible? Okay, thank you. So let's start. Okay, so in the yesterday's lecture, we have completed our fourth chapter. So from today, I'm going to start the fifth chapter, chapter number 5. Okay, so the name of the chapter is IEEE standards. So in last lecture also, only I told you that we are going to see what is mean by the IEEE, which are its standards, how they are used. So all that things we are going to cover in this chapter. So the name of the chapter is IEEE standards. These are the contents that we are going to see in this chapter. IEEE 802.3, 4, 5 and 6. These are the name of the standards that we are going to study. Then bridges, switches and the routers. How they are working and all that we are going to see regarding the bridges, switches and the routers. So these are the contents or the syllabus of the chapter. Then the name of the chapter is IEEE standards. So the meaning is what? So IEEE stands for Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Okay, so the long form is IEEE. Long form is Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. And standards are nothing but some standards are the IEEE defined a level of quality of attainment for a LAN. Okay, or we can say some of the terms in the computer networking. So IEEE has defined some quality measures for some term in computer network, and these are called as the IEEE standards. Then, what is the idea of this chapter? Central idea. So, this chapter introduces IEEE standards for LAN in 802 and its family. Means we are going to see these four standards mainly in this particular chapter: 802.3, 4, 5, and 6. So, all these four standards these come under 802 family. Okay, so this is the one naming convention. By the time you just remember that what is this 802, it is in one naming convention under which some sub parts are there: 802.3, 4, 5, and 6. And these standards we are going to study in this chapter. Along with this some standards, we are going to see the idea about how the switches are used, routers are used, and bridges are used in a LAN. So that also we are going to see in this particular chapter. Then importance of the chapter in the syllabus. This chapter introduces how the principles of data link layer and the physical layer are implemented to real system, because these standards or these are regarding to the ethernet, then your token ring, then how the bridges are filled. So all the part that we have seen in the data link layer and the physical layer, so that we are going to relate in a in this particular chapter, right? So this is the importance of the chapter in the syllabus. Then these are the objective and outcomes of a chapter. So at the end of this chapter you will be able to understand the standards of the ethernet 802.3, and then understand the standards of token bus and token ring 802.4 and 5 respectively, and understand the roles of the bridges, switches, routers, and its functions. So these are the objective and outcomes of this particular chapter. Okay, so let's start. What is mean by the IEEE? First, I'll tell you how it is formed, what is its purpose, and what they actually doing. So IEEE stands for, as I already told, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. So this is the long form. It stands for Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Okay, so IEEE is a professional association. Okay, it is one type of association which develops, defines, and reviews electronics and computer science standards. Okay, so the standard or the terms which are used in electronics and computer science era, so that all are defined, developed, and reviewed by IEEE profession. Okay, so this organization, what they are doing, they are defining some standard. For example, suppose we'll take an example regarding with the switch. Okay, so or with regarding with the LAN cable. So what should be the maximum length of the LAN cable, how it should be used, for what purpose it should be used, then its wire should be twisted, why it should be twisted. So likewise all the rules are defined related with the that particular LAN cable, and that are defined by this IEEE association. Okay, so this is a one type of association or organization, we can say, who defines or who gives, develops, and reviews all the terms which we are using in a computer science standards. Okay, its mission is to encourage technological innovation and excellence for the benefit of humanity. Okay, so on this regard, this organization is working. Now, how it is started, actually, when it is started, and what is its history, that is given over here. So, see, in the era when electricity started to influence the society, means when the electricity is in actual use and it is used everywhere, that is in 80s era, 18th era. In 1884, the AIEE, that is American Institute of Electrical Engineers, was formed to support electrical innovations. Okay, so this institute was formed for the electrical innovations. Okay, now, in 1920, the IRE, that is Institute of Radio Engineers, was created to develop wireless telegraphy standards. Okay, so AIEE was separate, which was working for electrical innovations only, and in after that IRE was developed, established for working on the radio technology. So in 1963, these two organizations, that is AIEE and IRE, these are merged together to become a single entity, and it is named as the IEEE. Okay, so AIEE and IRE, so these are merged together and it becomes as the IEEE. Okay, since then, means since 1963, this organization has established thousands of standards for the consumer electronics, computers, and telecommunication. So they have established lots of standards for electronics and computer science. Okay, so this is the short history how this IEEE is being established, or how the name is given. Now, IEEE has, as you can see here, IEEE has established thousands of standards. Means there are a lot of standards are there, but in this chapter we are focusing on 802 only. Okay, standard 802. So we'll see what is this 802. Okay, further it has an extension that 802.3, 802.4, 802.5, and 6. It is up to 15, 20, and so on, but our concern is up to 802.6 only. Okay, so we will see what is this IEEE 802. Okay, so IEEE 802 is a collection of networking standards that covers the physical and data link layer specification for technologies such as Ethernet and the wireless. Okay, so this 802 IEEE 802 is special standard which is used for the data link layer specification technologies like Ethernet, wireless, or we can say the LAN, MAN, and so on. Okay, so for these technologies only, this 802 family is being generated by the IEEE. Okay, so whenever the name will come, suppose 802.15, so definitely that standard will be related with the Ethernet or the wireless LAN or WAN and so on. 802.18, so that standard is also related with the Ethernet and the LAN. So whenever 802 will come, remember that it will be from Ethernet or the LAN technologies, right? Then these specifications apply to the local area network and metropolitan area network. So as I already told, LAN and the MAN. IEEE 802 also aids in ensuring multi-vendor interoperability by promoting standards for the vendors to follow. Now, why this is given over here is that if we say that IEEE defines some standard for creating, suppose for example, LAN cable. Okay, that it has given some standard measurements for the LAN cable, so that should be the fixed. So such standards or such rules are allocated, or these are given for the vendors also. Okay, and according to these rules only the particular device is being generated. Okay, and that is supported by the IEEE. Okay, so essentially IEEE 802 standards help make sure internet services and technologies follow the set of recommended practices so network devices can all work together smoothly. So why this is generated, so you can understand 802 standards help to make sure internet services and the technologies to follow set of recommended practices, means whatever standards they have given, so By using that standard only, all the devices are generated to have a smooth working. Okay, so this is 802, IEEE 802. Remember, 802 is regarding Ethernet and the or Ethernet or the LAN WAN services. Now, this 802 is divided into total 22 parts. Okay, means 802.1, 2, 3, 4, likewise up to 22 standards they have given that cover physical and data link aspects of the networking. So you can imagine how many standards they have been defined. So 802 only has a 22 parts. Okay, so the family of this standard is developed and maintained by the IEEE 802 LAN MAN Standards Committee, which is also called as the LMSC. So here I have given some list of the standard which are under 802 family. Okay, you can see here 802.1 standard, which is used to define set of standard and interfaces primitives. Okay, primitives in the sense short forms are there. For example, suppose I have to write a connection. Okay, so instead of connection I can use the word CONN. Okay, so this is called as an interface primitives, and these are defined by the IEEE. Okay, then IEEE 802.2 standard, so it is used to describe LLC, that is logical link control protocol. Okay, that we are going to see. So 802.2, it is used to describe LLC, that is logical link control protocol. Then 802.3 standard, which is used to describe the LAN standard, that is CSMA CD Ethernet. Okay, it is used for the Ethernet. Then 802.4, it is used to describe LAN standard token bus. Okay, token bus. 802.5, it is a token ring, token ring standard. And one more is there that we are going to study is 802.6, that is DQDB, that is Dell Q bus. Okay, what they are, how they are working, we are going to see in deep, don't worry. So just remember that IEEE 802 has many parts. Okay, and out of these we are going to see 2.3, 4, 5 and 6, only 4 standards we are going to see, and these standards are only used to define the rules or to define the standards for generation as well as use of each and every device related to the Ethernet or LAN MAN, whatever it is. सो ज्यावेळेस आपल्याला एखादं नेटवर्क जनरेट करणार आहे, त्या नेटवर्क मध्ये जेवढे जेवढे डिव्हाइसेस लागणार आहेत ते सगळ्याचं स्टँडर्डायझेशन IEEE 802 मध्ये डिफाईन केलेलं आहे. Okay, so that is the use of the IEEE 802. ठीक है. Then next, okay, some commonly used standards include those for Ethernet bridging, virtual bridge LANs, wireless LAN, wireless PAN MAN, and radio access network, as well as media independent handover services. So it is not required. It is just related with the IEEE 802 further. Other than this, which are the standard they have just listed over here. The better known specification includes 802.3. Yes, you can see here 802.3. It is very popular, or it is mostly used standard 802.3. Then 802.11 Wi-Fi and 802.15 Bluetooth. So these are the most usually standards. All of we also aware about this. What will happen if 802 is vanished or it get disturbed, or it has not been created? What would have been happen? So if you see some, if you search on Google and related with the 802, you will find some answers like, if 802 would have not been there, then we don't have the things which we love. आपण इंटरनेटवरती ब्राउझिंग करतोय, वी आर युजिंग व्हॉट्सअप, फेसबुक, then we are using Wi-Fi facilities, so many things we are doing on the internet. And if 802 has not established, all these things would not have been possible. या सगळ्या थिंग्स झाल्या नसत्या. सो इन्व्हेन्शन ऑफ 802 स्टँडर्ड इज मच the highest specification in this particular standard. So 802.3 or 802 ची सगळी जी फॅमिली आहे, which is very important. Okay, so then next is the why IEEE 802 standards are important. So here only I think one example is given. I have given, no, it is mixed. So why IEEE 802 standards are important? So LMSC, that is Landman Committee, that which is there, yes, Landman Standard Committee was formed in 1980 in order to standardize network protocols and provide a path to make compatible devices across various industries that we have seen just now. So, what if this has not done? So, without these standards, equipment suppliers could manufacture the network hardware that would only connect to the certain computers. Okay, suppose this standard is not defined. तर हे स्टँडर्ड रूल्स डिफाईन झाले नसते, हाऊ टू जनरेट पर्टिक्युलर इक्विपमेंट, देन एव्हरी सप्लायर or every generator of a particular equipment will have its own thinking, right? So some devices or some cables will able to connect to only 20 machines, some routers are able to connect to only 30 machines. Okay, so every router or every switch or every LAN cable will have a different uses. Okay, and definitely if such thing is there, then the network will not be feasible. Okay, so it would be much more difficult to connect to system not using the same set of networking equipment, right? So that's why IEEE has defined standard for everything. So standardizing the protocols help to ensure that multiple types of devices can connect to multiple network types. So this is the importance of the IEEE standard, why they have defined these standards. So that is given over here. Let's see one example of this IEEE 802, how it is uses or how it is being used. So IEEE 802 specifications can be used by commercial organizations to ensure their product maintain any newly specified standards. Okay. Now, for example, 802.11 is one standard which applies to Wi-Fi, could be used to make sure Wi-Fi devices work together under one standard. So 802.11 is one specification which is used to make sure Wi-Fi devices are working together under one standard. Okay, so this specification can also define what connectivity infrastructure is used for individual network or those at a larger organizational scale. So every standard will have a specific use. The IEEE 802 specification apply to hardware software products also to ensure manufacturer don't have any input on other standards. This makes sure that one organization does not influence the standards too much. Okay, please, regarding the related whatever standard specifications are given, by using that specifications only the devices should be made. Okay, so that is the use and the example of the IEEE 802. Okay, so let's start one by one. One by one standard we will see. So these standards are divided into subparts that already we have seen in this table, so no need to repeat it again. So in this chapter we will study the physical layer and max sublayer of 802.3 to 802.5 and 6. So these some standards we are going to see in this particular chapter. Now for this IEEE 802, okay, this to connect all these devices some cables are used, okay, and these are the five types of the cables which are used commonly. Already in last lecture we have seen this cable, okay, this type of cable already we have seen, okay. So I'll just go quickly. In yesterday's lecture only I have covered this. So 10 base 5, 10 base 2, 10 base T and 10 base F. Okay, so these are the cables: thick coaxial, thin coaxial, twisted pair and fiber optic. Now I just want to show some diagrams related with this, actually how they are connected, where they are connected, that I want to show. So please see that this particular diagram, okay. So it is the diagram for 10 base 5, okay. 10 base 5 cable साठी diagram आहे. So it is a transceiver cable which connects the transceiver to an interface board in the computer, okay. Where it is connected you can see here. Here it is connected like this. It is being connected, okay. Then transceiver cable is up to 50 meters long, so already we have seen, and it contains five individually twisted pairs. Means inside this cable, whatever small cables are available, they are twisted with each other, okay. Twisted means what? एकमेकांच्या सोबत गुंतवलेले असतात. Now why this twisting is done? Just to avoid the noise, okay, किंवा एक्सटर्नल एन्व्हायरमेंटचा इफेक्ट पडू नये वायर वरती, याच्यासाठी ह्या वायर्स आतून ट्विस्ट केलेले असतात. जेवढं जास्त ट्विस्ट होईल तेवढा तो नॉइज कमी होतो, राईट. सो these cables are uh, twisted, or inside twisting is done, okay. Now five pairs are done, okay. How they are, sorry, three pairs, four pairs are there, five individually twisting is there. How it is done? Two pairs for data in, data out respectively, okay. एक पेअर कशासाठी यूज, टू पेअर्स कशासाठी यूज केले जातात? डेटा इन अँड डेटा आउट साठी. देन टू पेअर्स फॉर कंट्रोल सिग्नल इन अँड आउट, ओके. काल आपण एक डायग्राम बघितली होती WDMA, आठवते का बघा. आय डोंट नो वेदर यू आर रिमेंबरिंग ऑर नॉट. सो त्याच्यामध्ये दोन पार्ट्स होते, कंट्रोल फील्ड एक होता आणि डेटा फील्ड एक होतं. सिमिलरली to handle the data it has two pairs, data in and data out, send आणि receive करायला तो एक pair असतो. आणि two pairs to control the signal in and out. Control signal is used to get a request from other nodes for transmission and the reception. So for that purpose it is used. And fifth, here it is fifth pair is used to power the transceiver and transceiver electronics. So this, now where it is connected, so you can see here this diagram. So here it is connected like this, okay, or like here also you can see here. Okay, so transceiver cable terminates on the interface board inside the computer, okay, on the interface board. So interface board contains control chip that transmits the frames to and receive the frames from, okay. So this board is having the controller chip which is used to transmit and receive the frames, okay. The controller is responsible for assembling the data into the proper frame format, as well as computing checksum on ongoing frames and verifying them in incoming frames. So controller chip काय करतो? It also checks the format of the frame and where it is going and from where the frame is coming. So this is 10 base 5 cabling. It is not asked in the question paper, so don't get panic. It is just for sake of your information. Okay, how it is connected, where it is connected, that only I want to show you. So this type of cable is there, which is connected here. And when yesterday I told you that when NIC card is used, anybody has searched it? What is this NIC? Where it is installed? NIC card? I don't think so. No one has searched. If you get a time, please search. Okay. You should know how the cables are connected, how the network is formed. Hmm? These are very interesting things. Okay, then next is the 10 base 2. This diagram yesterday also I have shown you. 10 base 2, it is called as a thin cable or thin Ethernet. This connection cable is with a BNC T junction connector. So it is connected like this. It has main one switch, and from that it is connected to the number of systems or the number of nodes in our language. So each station has its own BNC connector, and to that it is getting connected. So you can see here this diagram. So such type of cables are used. Yesterday I told you that whenever we will meet, I'll show you how to connect it. The next come is the 10 base T. Okay, so 10 base T is a separate cable from central hub to the every station. This is this diagram, 10 base T, and this cable breaks can be easily detected. The problem with this is the maximum segment size is only 100 meters, means up to 100 meters only we can use this cable. It is more popular due to the low maintenance. Okay, so this is the 10 base T, that is twisted pair cable. So you can see here how the twisting are done. In first chapter itself, I have shown this type of the cables. Okay, so this is also not actually not required, but still, see, whenever any problem or any break is happen in the wire, or up to now we are saying that collision is occurred, that should be known to the sender as well as the receiver. But where collision has occurred or where the wire is breaked, where the transmission is stopped, how it is being detected, that I am showing over here. Okay, so detecting the cable breaks, bad taps or loose connectors can be major problem with 10 base 5 and 10 base 2. ओके, जे केबल ब्रेक कुठं झालेले, बॅड टॅप्स कुठं आहेत, और कनेक्शन लूज कुठं आहे, that can be a problem. So to detect this problem, a technique have been developed to track them. Okay, so कुठं झालेला आहे नेमका problem, so to track them a technique is used. What is this technique? See, a pulse of known shape is injected in the cable. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, this is my cable. Okay, so a pulse of known shape, for example, this is my pulse. Okay, now it is injected into the cable. In the if the pulse hits an obstacle or the end of the cable, and echo will be generated and sent back. Means what, इथं काहीतरी problem झाला, for example, या point ला. So what will happen, so this pulse will be like this. Okay, and this echo will be generated and this will be sent back to the sender. Now again, echo means what? It is nothing but some timing it sets. Okay, suppose 2 seconds, 3 seconds, likewise some timing it sends back. Okay, so by carefully timing the interval between sending pulse and receiving pulse, receiving the echo is possible to localize the origin of the echo. Means सेंड कधी झालेलं आहे, फॉर एक्झाम्पल 2:30 ला मी सेंड केलेलं 2.3 ला, and it is expected to it will reach up to 2.5. But suppose echo is generated and signal is back at 2.4, it means that it has an obstacle in between the transmission. So this technique is called as a time domain reflect, reflectometry. Reflectometry. Yeah, it is called as a time domain reflectometry. Okay, so this is one technique which is used to detect the cable breaks or where it is loose connection and all. Okay. Then next last cable is 10 base F, okay, which is F stands for fiber optic cable. So yesterday also we have seen. So it is expensive cable mostly. So it is not used for a simple LAN connection and all. So might be you have seen in operation theater or LED lamps that there it is used. It is expensive due to cost of connectors and terminators it has required. Excellent noise immunity. This external effect on this cable is very less. Okay, it is better choice cable running between the buildings and widely separated hubs. So these are the some cables already we have seen. Okay, so out of this, I hope something is being understood by you. My expectation is only if you understood what is IEEE, what is its long form, why it is formed, and what is IEEE 802. Up to this, if anybody is having problem, then cables, how they are connected, this is extra part, not required. Yes, any problem? Are you with me or sleeping? I don't know. Yes, समझ ले. What is IEEE?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what is IEEE? Can anybody tell the long form? You can write the message. What is IEEE long form? Yes. What is IEEE long form? Institute of Electrical Engineering only. It is IEEE. Yeah, Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Yeah, correct. Right. So IEEE 802. Why it is used? 802. You can write in message. What is the purpose of IEEE 802 standard? Why it is used? For what purpose? Interface primitive. It is 802.1 specifically. Pratibha Srivanshi. Interface primitive. It is 802.1 specifically. I am not asking. What is the purpose of only 802? 802 च्या अंडर खूप सारे स्टँडर्ड्स असतील. About 22 standards are there, right? What is the purpose of this 802 only? Yeah, Ethernet and LAN services. Logical link control protocol. Okay. And any other answer? No. Okay. So it is correct. Ethernet and the LAN services. For Ethernet, LAN, WAN, these are used. Okay. 802 is specifically used. And the cables, which are the cables used in a LAN or the Ethernet? All the cables. What is the 10 base 5? What it called as 10 base 5? It is not thin. 5 means thick and 2 means thin. 10 base 5 means what? Others also can give the answers. Yeah, thick coaxial. Correct. 10 base 5 is thick coaxial. And what is 10 base T? 10 base T, twisted pair. And what is the meaning of 5 in 10 base 5? What is the meaning of 5? Yesterday we have seen this. Today also I have shown. Meaning of 5 in 10 base 5. Yes, 10 base 5, 10 base 2. याचे मीनिंग काय काय सांगितले होते 10 base 2, 10 base 5. What is mean by 10 in 10 base 5? 10 base 5. What is the meaning of it? 10 means what? Base means what? And 5 means what? Yesterday we have discussed this 10 base 5, 10 base 2. Hmm? No one is remembering. Thick coaxial. No, no, no. I am asking what is mean by the 10. Only 10. What is mean by the base and what is mean by yeah, 10 means 10 Mbps. Correct. Next, base means two signaling levels, signaling patterns are there, na? Baseband and broadband. Right. Base means what? Digital signaling it supports. Means baseband service. And what is mean by the 5? Yes. What is mean by the 5? 5 means it supports 500 meters. Okay. So 10 means 10 Mbps. Then B means sorry base sorry. Then base band signaling and 5 means 500 meter. Okay, so this is the long form or the standards used 10 MB, 10 Mbps baseband signaling and 500. Similarly, if it is suppose 10 base 2, then 10 Mbps baseband signaling and 200 meter. Likewise, 10 base T, same only twisted pair. EF fiber optic. Okay, simple. So these are the cables. Good that somebody is responding at least. Maximum segment length. Yeah, correct, Aparna. It is maximum segment length 500. That much segments it supports. That is nothing but the 5. Okay, good. So next part we will see. We'll start. It's yeah IEEE 802. Okay, so it will not cover. I think yeah 5 minutes are there. Okay, we will see in the next lecture. No worries. Okay, so we will stop here. Next part we will see in the next lecture.